Like a lot of people, you might be confused about what you need to be eating. And certainly, as a culture, Americans need to learn to eat differently so that we can reverse the epidemic of chronic disease, Alzheimer's, obesity, and diabetes that's been such a tremendous problem for us. In the 1960s, the United States was 16th in health worldwide. Now, it's actually dropped down to 51st, right behind Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I'm hoping that for you, the Plant Plus Diet Solution is going to give you the information that you need to reverse this. There are 3 tips from the book that you can use right now. The first one is that in general, Americans are eating way too many carbohydrates. On average, we consume about 350 grams a day. And the basic government recommendation for both kids and adults is 130 grams. And if you take a look at like a bell-shaped curve where the middle of it would be 130 grams, everyone's metabolism is different. Some people need to eat many fewer carbs. Some people can eat a few more. But here's the bottom line for all of us. You got to get rid of the processed foods because they're full of high fructose corn syrup. They're filled with grains, and those grains are refined grains and not whole grains. So if you just start by getting rid of the processed food, getting rid of anything that has flour in it or sugar in it, you're going to be well on your way to losing weight and reversing a lot of health problems. The second tip I have has to do with fats. And you know, I've spent 3 years reviewing research in the field of nutrition and health, over 1,000 individual articles from scientific journals, trying to bring this together in a simple way to synthesize for us what is this all about, why are we so sick, and what should we do. But the kind of fats we eat is big. And what I recommend to you is to eat only fats, first of all, that have no pesticide residues in them, because those are stored in the fat and they go right into your fat pads. And so you need to be consuming organic, fresh pressed olive oil, for example. And that's a monounsaturated fat. It's very heart healthy and good for you. Coconut oil is another very healthy fat. And once again, you need to look for organic, cold pressed coconut oil. Butter, if it comes from grass-fed cows, again, not cows that have been fed grains and antibiotics, but natural butter turns out to be quite a good fat. We do most of our cooking in olive oil, actually, and most of the baking with coconut oil. One thing, by the way, you're going to love about the Plant Plus Diet Solution are the fabulous baked goods. People come to my house and they say, my God, your chocolate chip cookies, your thumbprint cookies with a little jam in them, your macaroons are the best cookies I ever ate. And you know they're grain-free. They're all made out of almond flour. And another hint I have for you is you need to make sure that you don't feel deprived. People who feel deprived can't stick to a diet. And so a wonderful snack is nuts, 1/4 cup once or twice a day. And I like to eat my nuts in the form of cookies, pretty good. And you'll find a few chocolate chips, dark chocolate, has very little carbohydrate in it, and you can quite safely eat it. The third important tip is this, that all of the recent studies show that the most important thing in weight loss is actually the amount of vegetables that a person eats every day. And vegetables have many functions. First of all, they're filled with phytochemicals, which are various enzymes that your body needs for proper function. Second, they are a natural source of fiber. You can't get the right fiber from supplements. The gut bacteria that make most of your neurotransmitters and also determine whether you're going to be overweight or thin, and also determine the health of your gut so that your gut doesn't leak and you have less of a chance of developing autoimmune disease. You have to feed those bacteria. And what they like to eat is fiber. So eating a pound of vegetables a day sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. A great big salad with lots of colors in it and a couple of cups of other vegetables is going to do it for you. And also relatively low-carb fruits like mixed berries, so delicious and so wonderful in terms of fiber, so good for you. So let's review the 3 tips for a healthy diet for everyone, a diet that then you can personalize further for your own health. Number 1, it needs to be carb reasonable, and that means eliminating processed foods that are filled with high fructose corn syrup and refined flour and sugar. So a whole foods diet. The second tip is it's good to eat the good fats and not the bad fats. So less industrialized oils, corn flour, safflower, all of that, and to eat more natural fats. So cold pressed olive oil, butter, things of that nature. And the third tip is eat your veggies. Your mother was right. But when you get up in the morning, think about, how am I going to get a pound of vegetables into my diet? And you know what I promise you? Within a month, your tastes will have changed so much that the old food we're used to eating becomes too sweet, and you actually start to crave vegetables and fruits. I know you can do it, and I know you can improve your health, improve your weight, and also help out our kids, our grandkids, and our environment.